Hi all, hope you're well. I'm currently packing to go to a conference, which is why I've decided to record on this suitcase. Now, I've recently finished Colossus. I say finished, I have the appendices still to read, but I finished the main text. And I would love to give you a quick review of this book. The long and short of it is, it's great. If you have any interest in code breaking, history of computers, engineering in general, electronics in general, I think you'll enjoy this book. But apart from the technical aspects, there's also a lot of social aspects, a lot of kind of how people thought, how people arrange things that I was interested in. So they have this principle of sort of secrecy and compartmentalization, where you don't know what, you know what you're doing sort of in the individual task, but you don't know what that's part of, you don't know what the guy next to you is doing. You know, everyone is somehow secret from everyone else. And that's a bit of a problem, because the people who decide who needs to know what don't actually know anything. They're kind of administrators. So there were people working on Japanese codes who had no contact or knowledge about the people working on German codes. They could have been solving the same problems, and you know, we could have been a hell of a lot better off if we were all working together. That being said, Bletchly Park was a very forward-thinking place. And everyone was very friendly. They addressed each other with their first names, which is very, very unusual in the 1940s. Keep in mind, this is a government establishment as well, so you really expect it to be very formal. It was also populated by military people who didn't use their rank. Rank didn't matter, everyone just got on with it, which is very nice to see. Very forward-thinking. Now, the first part of the book is kind of cipher theory, deciphering, code breaking, that kind of thing. Then it moves on to talk about German code cipher methods, and then it goes on to talk about breaking them. The biggest endorsement I can give you for this book is this. I can't really focus with one hand. Perfect. These are the notes that I'm going to go back to because they're interesting. And you can see that's my main bookmark, and that's how much appendix I have still to go. There's a lot of appendices. And just on another note about secrecy, Colossus was amazing. Colossus was the first sort of general purpose computer. You programmed it by literally rewiring a plug board. It wasn't a modern computer where you have read-only memory and that stores the program. Colossus was incredible, and Colossus was a pioneer, essentially. All the people who worked on it had pioneered computing. However, after the war, Churchill ordered the machines destroyed. I was really struggling to understand why he would do that, because if he hadn't done that, if we'd have just opened this up, Britain would have been the centre of computing, and we'd probably be a lot better off now. So my best guess as to why he did this was because he didn't understand the general purpose nature of Colossus. He saw it as being just a code-breaking machine and just these specific codes. That's all I can imagine. However, Colossus was a hell of a lot more than that. Colossus had memory capabilities. It was a massively parallel system. It's actually difficult to do the task of Colossus today on modern machines, because modern machines are very serial. They do one problem at a time, whereas Colossus read the tape and processed multiple things at once. I'm not going to try and recite the exact details because I'd never get them accurate. Anyway, I would strongly recommend this book. If you have any interest in engineering, history, anything like that, you'll very much enjoy it. If you're interested in reading a sort of history of codes and code breaking, the first part would be very, very interesting. But also, if you're interested in the kind of social aspect of the war, of secrecy, of how that affected people, you might find some interesting parts. I hope you're all well, and goodbye.